Hi, I am going to channel for you today, which means I allow love energy passes from the universe through me and out to you, and it turns into a message. Hopefully you hear something that touches your heart, or maybe makes you stop and think for a minute, maybe that it could be true, something sweet like that. So this thing sort of happened to me a couple of years ago, and it's something I thought should be shared with others. So there's a burst of energy that comes through me in the beginning, and it sort of goes out at the end. So I'm going to put that up because I feel like you can't see my head. Okay. There are often times for you that you consider dark times. Times of sadness, worry. You put them all together and call them a dark time. That was the dark time. This is a dark time. It is as if it is important for you to understand, or not to understand. It's important for you in your life to categorize. That was a dark time. This was a good time. That was a sad time. Whatever it is, you like to group it together because then it is a bit more tidy for you. You like to keep your life nice and tidy. Now, aside from this grouping of emotions and experiences that you have, we would like to spend a moment with you in your dark time. There's a certain reluctance on your part. You don't wish to remember dark times, and certainly if you're in it at this moment, you don't wish to think about it. You wish to pretend you're somewhere else, or with someone else, thinking someone else, feeling some other way. But what if we were to go sit in this dark time together? What if you were to sit in it with the universe of love, with energy, and see what it looks like? You call it a dark time so you can set it aside, you see, and not really pick it apart and look at it closely. You've already determined it's a dark time. You set it aside and leave it as such. But what if we were to go in there with you? See what's in there. See what's around, kicking around in there. There's a certain energetic resistance you have to this. You wish to focus on good times, happy times, fun times. But what if the resistance itself and the labeling itself were causing the dark time to be so? What if you were able to sit in something you would call a dark time and not feel sad or angry? What if a dark time is just something you've decided? That's something now, isn't it? That it wasn't something that was enforced on you. It's something you decided you would call an experience. Maybe the experience in itself wasn't really what you would call a dark time. Now we will have to explain that because you don't like the sound of it at all. If you can follow what we mean when we say you must label it dark or light and put it aside unquestioned, if you're able to follow that, we will go a step further into it. If you don't understand that these labels are the part of this process that must be disassembled, then you will probably not understand the rest of this conversation. We will go forth for those of you who understand. Or, we don't mean understand, you're all capable of it. What we mean is you're not in the place right now to go into it. It's not your time. For those who it is your time, let us go in for a moment and have a look around here. You may just pull up your last dark experience or the one you're feeling right now and just sit in it for a moment and see what it feels like energetically. Of course, it will feel heavy. There's certain pressure coming down on your head, you think. There's a certain sadness to it. Anger, perhaps, is rising. You don't like anyone around you. They're all awful human beings. What if all of this were your judgment of it? What if the thing were actually nothing? What if you could change it with a thought? What if it dissolved with a thought? Incredible, yes? This is a complicated notion. For love, you see, dissolves all. Love is a high energy that disperses all negativity. We will explain this also. It is as if you are having a jackhammer, you see, on a sidewalk. It breaks up like that, yes? That is what love does to dark times. And how is it the love would find itself to you, you see? That's the next step, you see. This is the next step, is allowing the love in. When you have a judgment that you're in a dark time and you don't like anyone around you, it cuts yourself off from the love, you see. So the resources you need are not available to you. That's what we mean by the judgment. And it can be gone in a moment by reconnecting with your love source. When you are sitting in love, it's all that you can feel. It emanates from you. It affects your entire life, you see. When you are sitting in love, you are not in a dark time. You're not judging anything, really. You're just sitting in it, basking in it, as if you're a cat laying in the sunshine. That's what the universe of love is like. And you, would you like to be a cat lying in the sunshine, taking it all in? Of course you do. Of course you do. There is much love here for you. Namaste. So, there's always a little burst at the end, love energy like that. So that's kind of sweet. I have admired cats that lie in the sunshine, I must say. So this is getting a little more complicated. Fine tuning. They've been doing some fine tuning as of late. So perhaps that means we're all getting a little better, a little clearer. I shouldn't say better, I guess. I certainly feel more vulnerable or more dissolved or something. I'm not really sure what it is. So have a good day today. Bye.